Today we're continuing on with American expansion, focusing on the specific topic of immigration and the result in urban growth. Old versus new immigrants. Old immigrants were coming from northwestern Europe, mainly Great Britain, Ireland, France, Belgium, and the Netherlands, closer to the 1870s. New immigrants were coming from Central, Eastern, and Southern Europe, from such countries as Germany, Poland, Russia, Spain, Italy, Greece, closer to the 1900s. Old immigrants were mainly Protestant, the new Catholic and Jewish. Their destinations also differed when they entered the United States. The majority of old immigrants were farmers settling in the Midwest. New immigrants were settling in the northeastern cities as unskilled laborers. This picture is showing an example of the unskilled labor. This is a glass factory. You also would have had steel and cotton mills. The garment industry was a large employer as well, either in the home or in the factory. Urban growth. The urbanization of cities was a major factor. Immigrants caused. In 1860, no American city could boast 1 million inhabitants. In 1890, New York, Chicago, and Philadelphia all surpassed the million mark. Cities were growing rapidly because they were near raw materials, industrial areas, had rapid transportation routes, and opportunities in the job market for the incoming immigrants. However, with all of the growth, there were problems. You had poor sanitary and living conditions. Tenement apartments, which were multi-family urban dwellings, were overcrowded and unsanitary. You had homes that were just filled with people and had no room to move. Within these areas, you had Americanization running rampant, running programs in which they would teach you English, American history, cooking, and etiquette for this country. Their ethnic communities were offering the social support they needed, such as in Pittsburgh, where you have Polish Hill, areas where they could gather and have comfortable areas where they could speak their own language. Problems with urbanization focused on water and sanitation. Water was inadequate and there was many areas with no piped water. Filtration was not introduced until 1870 and chlorization not until 1908. Sanitation was a major problem. Streets were full of manure. Open gutters, factory smoke, and poor trash collection caused for the spread of disease, such as in this picture. There is a dead horse laying in the middle of the street, and children are playing right next to it. Crime and fire were also the two other major problems. However, there were opportunities to be found in cities. Machine-made jobs and higher wages ended the monotony of farm life and allowed for immigrants to have far more freedom than can be found in their home countries. Women specifically found jobs that they had never had before, teaching us being school teachers, domestic service, female doctors. In 1880, 2.5 million women held a position. In 1910, 8 million. Many immigrants could not have survived if the women in the family would not have been working. Immigration and urbanization go hand in hand. Without the second wave of immigration coming from Central, Southern, and Eastern Europe, we would not have had the cities develop the way they did. By the end of 1910, many cities had sanitation commissions and were working to improve the living found in cities. However, that is a topic for another day.